Oh, no, no, she's moving up there. She's just getting-
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. And welcome to today's voluntary chapel, where we are honored to have Avery, who has led this wonderful group and chapel on women in jazz. And I'm going to turn it over to her to tell us a bit more.
Yeah, so hey everyone, I'm one of the co-heads of the jazz ensemble, and for any visitors who don't know, welcome, by the way. Over the last year, I got really into researching the history of women in jazz, because I wanted to attract more girls into our ensemble. But I learned that so many women have much more influence than most people know, because you've likely heard much more about men like Louis Armstrong, Charlie Parker, Miles Davis, those big names. And although women like Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday were able to break through as singers, female jazz instrumentalists didn't really get those breaks. So in the spirit of St. Andrew's 50th year of coeducation, I'm here to share with you today the works of two artists, one old, one new, and tell you a bit about the history of women in jazz. So our first song will be Just for a Thrill by Lil Hardin Armstrong. Here's some history to think about as you listen. So Louis Armstrong, arguably one of the most famous jazz musicians, had 4 wives. Lil Hardin Armstrong was his second, and they met while playing in a New Orleans jazz band together. She was the one who encouraged him to actually go solo and clean up his country act, and is really credited as jump-starting his career. But she was also an incredible musician in her own right, and a composer, one of the few in the band who actually knew how to read and write music. And they fell in love, both divorced their current partners so they could get married, and continued to work together until Louis Armstrong cheated on her. And then they got divorced, and he proceeded to marry that woman who he cheated on her with. That was in 1938. The song we're going to play, Just for a Thrill, was released in 1939, so I have a hunch that it was about that. So one of the lyrics is, "To me you were my pride and joy, but to you I was only a toy, a plaything, just to toss around at will." Not so subtle. Lil Hardin was prolific and an incredible musician in her own right, but people unfortunately don't know her songs because she was always in her husband's shadow, her ex-husband's shadow, even credited as Mrs. Louis Armstrong on some of her songs. And this song, Just for a Thrill, only became popular because famous musician Ray Charles made his own recording of it, and he added a writer to the copyright, Don Ray, who wrote him a verse line that no one actually really uses, but this guy, Don Ray, receives half of the royalties still, even though he did not write any of the original. So that's the first song. Our second song is Falling Behind by Leve. She's a modern jazz artist from Iceland, and she's being called by some people as bringing jazz to my generation. She's traditionally a classical and jazz pianist, but she kind of incorporates punk. The song is very catchy, I think you'll agree. Anyway, now that we've had our little history lesson, let's listen to some good music. falling behind. Oh yeah, and Marie will be singing.
I'm also in my grandma outfit, so.
Everybody's falling.